This is NOScast here.
Welcome to NOScast.
I don't even know what episode it is, but we're doing this last minute thing. We're just going off the dome, basically.
Kind of.
So it could be just 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or it could be 20. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows how long this is going to be.
I got work in like an hour, basically. So.
Yeah.
But, so, I just got some news about Call of Duty 2023.
Okay. You spilled some of the beans,
I know.
but you stopped me.
Yeah, I know. So.
From saying what I was going to say.
It's just so the viewers here and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's developed by Sledgehammer Games, that I think we already knew was developed by Sledgehammer Games. It's called Modern Warfare 3. It's to be revealed in Warzone in August. Beta October 6th. Releasing by November 10th. So before you say your theory or your opinion.
Well, theory, it was kind of like a previous theory.
Okay.
Like, kind of like, it kind of debunks the theory.
Okay. My whole thing is, weren't we supposed to get something? Wasn't Marfa 2 supposed to be a 2-year game?
That's what I was talking about. That
was the whole.
So what I think they were actually meaning when they said that was that Modern Warfare was going to be a 2-year game. Like they weren't going to. They were planning this all along. They weren't going to put something in between, like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, like they normally do. Like it was Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 1. So, like, that was what the words kind of made it confusing and made it sound like it was going to be Modern Warfare 2 for 2 years.
Well, yeah, but no one was expecting a new game.
Yeah, nobody was, because they...
But, see,
they
Activision thought Modern Warfare 2 2022, I guess you want to put it, Modern Warfare 2 2022, was gonna be successful, and it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't. To what extent? What is successful? Because successful.
Well, they probably made their money back, but
yeah, because what is success when it comes to making a game? Is it making profit? Is any level of profit success? And profit being after all the employees are paid, and everything beyond that. Is that success, or is like literally having everybody play your fucking game and all the other games are dying because of it? Is that success? What's success?
Well, okay. See, Call of Duty makes their money back, in my eyes, no matter what.
Well, yeah, they got the microtransactions. They make their money back from the game sales, for one. Then they make it back again with the microtransactions. Like, they make their money. They make plenty of money.
Yeah, but see, okay, so Warzone 1, because I still call Warzone 2.0, even though they're trying to change that into a Warzone 1, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Warzone 1, what's the name? Warzone 1 was supposed they weren't supposed to shut down the servers for Warzone 1 or something like that. It was,
I think it's because the split of popularity. There's too many people like on old Call of Duty games. Like they can't do anything about other games, but
people still on there. And it's not and Blackout's not even a dedicated server.
Right, Blackout they can't take down a non-dedicated server.
Which Blackout isn't. But Blackout
is
still up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they can't take it down.
Why?
Because so if it's peer-to-peer, like it could be non-dedicated but hosted through them, but like let's say it's a peer-to-peer server. So that means the players are hosting the servers. So when a player finds a match and there's no matches to be found, they will be hosting a server.
So doesn't that mean it's peer-to-peer then?
If it is, maybe they didn't take down those servers. Maybe Treyarch said they'll keep the servers up because they took down the old Modern Warfare 2 like modded servers. They're taking down the Warzone 1 servers. So maybe this is literally everything to do with Infinity Ward.
Hmm. I don't know.
But like
That's
but
weird
like
to me
but like yeah,
because
if Blackout's peer to peer, then theoretically, unless they push an update to get rid of the peer to peer, um, there's no taking the servers down.
hmm well, that being said, like I don't know, like it's just it's all because they're losing money on Warzone 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're losing money. Even though they're making money, they're losing money. So to force everyone to go to Warzone 2 and not go to Warzone 1,
Mhm.
they're shutting off the servers.
Right, which I think is ridiculous. I think that's not a good take on it. Like, make a better game. If that's what it's about,
Well,
or
it's
like
not even.
if it's about like, because really, what would make me happy? Like, what would make me feel more comfortable? Because I don't fucking buy their bullshit. I don't buy their microtransactions. I mean, I do occasionally get the battle pass, but I've only paid for it once, right? Because you go through it and then you get the tokens. So I'm not spending a shit ton of money on the battle pass.
No.
I wouldn't if I don't end up finishing this battle pass, I'm not getting another battle pass to this game. So, yeah.
But even with that, even with that put into play or whatever, your Warzone. Like I've had a lot of memories on Warzone
Mhm.
and whatnot. I kind
Right.
of,
And you get
I
your unlocks and you get your history. If that type of stuff was able to carry across the games, which I feel like they kind of planned on early on, but the whole idea like of a game coming out every year, keeping up with that is kind of like impossible. You have to be really future, you have to think really far ahead to make that even possible. And
it's not even just that. Like you're like ever since Call of Duty 4, you can go back and play those games as well,
yeah.
or as you wish. Basically, as you wish, you can go back and play those games, and you're taking Warzone away to the point where if I want to go back and play Warzone 1, I can't.
So
Like
here's my
it's
question to you. Do you want to go back to so I don't think they should like I think they should at least give a way for people to buy servers, to like, rent servers officially through them.
like
Um
how Black Ops, how EA did it with Battlefield and
mhm.
all shit.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. I think they should do something similar to that. And I think uh but really they just want to get more people on their newer game.
that's the whole thing. That's
But
the whole
that's
point.
the whole my whole problem with it too, is that like they have this long ass franchise that shit's not getting any cheaper in it, and like you're releasing a game every year and you're expecting people to spend $20 on a skin for a gun for looks, right? Yeah,
and
I
and
believe you
and
guys.
now they're doing pay to win shit on there too.
Pay to win, such as what?
So like if like there's a character you get, okay, that is a blueprint, I guess you can say. It's a character, but it's mocked up as she looks different, but it's the same character.
Okay.
And you're able to start in DMZ with like two more armor. Then
Oh really? Yeah.
yeah, so that's
And
pay to
is that
win.
character only available through paying?
That skin of that character is only available
And it's
through
only through that skin
yeah,
that
it's only through that skin.
yeah, that's pay to win. But
Yeah,
like
that's pay to win.
Warzone's free to play.
Well, yeah, but it's pay to win.
Yeah, that's
but it's
a
only in DMZ though. It's only in
yeah.
DMZ,
Yeah,
which is
it's an egregious practice, but it's more forgivable and free to play than it like if it was infecting so much the regular multiplayer, which people pay $70 for.
then is different.
Yeah.
But it's It's free to play, but that's pay to win though.
Yeah.
That's literally pay to win. But it's in DMZ, which yes has PvP and PvE in it, which is true. But it's still because there is on other online multiplayer people, other PvP players, it's pay to
Hmm.
win. Now if it's just all AI, then that's kind of different. But since there's other multiplayer people in that
But you
with
say it's
lobby,
just DMZ?
yeah, it's just DMZ.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a PV. That's primarily the PVE aspect of it.
But there's PvP in there also,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's still
Um,
considered pay to win.
yeah, it is. It's a kit. It's a booster. That's what it is. Is a
It's a
booster.
it's a booster.
Yeah.
So that's still considered pay to win, I would say. Since there's now, if there was just AI and only AI, then like I said,
Are
that's
people
different.
shooting on fireworks already?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to LA
Are you?
next week. Which I don't
I'm
even know
trying.
when. I don't even know when this podcast is gonna actually be coming out. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be going to Virginia with my family or not.
What happened to that?
What happened? I just haven't made up my mind yet.
You
It's
just
like,
haven't made
do
up
I
your
want to
mind.
go? It's like I kind of want to go. I just got to make sure everything. Like, I don't know. I gotta do things fast. I gotta make sure everything falls in line before, because like I don't want to go and like be in limbo with like figuring shit out for like what's happening next fall for me. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh huh. Well. Mm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I might go.
It
I might go.
is what to me is like it is what it is. That's how I kind of look. Because I could have went to
No, it's
CMZ.
not what it is. What it is because I have been taking small actions that have been making it towards. So like it is what it is. Isn't That's kind of a defeatist mindset
Why do you say that?
because like if like yeah, sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. But like if you always have that mindset of it is what it is and you can do something about it, like you might not even take that opportunity.
Yeah, but like that's kind of just I don't know. Like it's kind of like how should I say this? It's kind of
It's
like
effort.
well, yeah, it's not well like how I look at life is
It's
kind.
it's it's fighting against the grain and fighting against your own grain because your instincts is like your instincts tells you is like it's not worth it. It's like fuck it, you already lost. Um, but like no, you got to fight against the grit. That's where the where the what the fucking rubber meets the road.
Well, like okay, yeah, like that's true in a way, whatever. But like at the same time, there's nothing wrong with putting up the white flag. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look through life, a little bit. Like
Right,
there's
right, right.
nothing.
Yeah,
There's
there's
nothing.
nothing wrong with it. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. You're right. There's nothing wrong with it. But at the same time, I don't want to. I don't want to put up a white flag. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not defeated.
Well, you're not defeated. Like
No,
it's.
because putting up the white flag, like that's you're defeated. You're admitting defeat. You're like,
Mhm. Yeah. Like you're not wrong. It's just that's how I kind of look through life a little bit. It's just it is what it is. Like you take it day by day and you look how this day happened. Like it is what it is. I guess.
right. Like I said, there's some things you got to live like that. You can't fight it. You can't fucking. It's like, oh shit, yeah, it's raining. It is what it is. Or like it's so fuck that like I can't. There's a flood. It is what it is. Like you can't. But like for my shit, what I'm doing, it's like yeah, literally day by day, actions I take have an effect on whether or not it is what it is.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm saying, you're not wrong
Yeah,
with anything you're saying. You're not wrong. That's just, it's just,
shit.
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's not whether or not I actually get there. Like I literally just from some shit I did over the past 3 days, I'm already feeling better about it. Like, so I think I'm more probably likely to go at this point. I'm probably just, I don't know. I gotta like within the next 2 weeks, I gotta figure out like if I'm
Yeah,
going or not. But
yeah,
yeah, it's because what if I don't? Then we gotta give my cousin enough time to figure out if she's gonna watch the house or not.
yeah. But there's nothing wrong with staying home, like shit.
No, there's not. Shit.
Nothing wrong with staying home and just chilling for the rest of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I look at stuff, if I missed out on a trip, then it's like that just gives me more time to stay home and think about other shit.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
I also get to go see my Aunt Laura, my Uncle Charles. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, me. Yeah, I don't know who else I might. I'm shit. I don't know what route we're gonna go. I might even go through and see Trent.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just how I look at shit sometimes. It is what it is. Like, you know, that's just kind
Yeah.
of like how I look through shit. Like,
No, it's. I mean, sometimes you don't have to look like you don't have to do that. Sometimes that is a detriment, but other times, yeah, that's the only way to be. Like
mm,
sometimes that's the only way, because you can't control everything.
no, you can't.
But the things that you do have control over, it doesn't have to be that way.
No, you're not wrong. You is not wrong, playboy. You is not wrong. But at the same time, you just go with the flow with shit, you know?
Yeah, man, that's what it is. Go with the flow, and usually, like when it is not what it is, when I can't just say it is what it is when I'm not just going with the flow. I'm going with the tidal waves. Like like I'm not. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. Going with the tidal waves, you said?
Yeah, it's a little more pressure, a little more push, a little more
Yeah.
grit. Yeah,
Well, like, I don't know, like, I just take shit day by day. That's just me.
yeah,
I just take shit day by day if I can. If I could do something about, like, if I could do something about it and I didn't do anything about it, it's like, well, whatever, I guess, you know? Move on to the next day or move on to the next project or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then months down the line, you think about like, damn, I could have done this, I could have done that. You know what I'm saying? You think about it like, damn, oh well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
You go on to the next project,
it's kind of like
but you,
relationships and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? When you get into a
yeah,
relationship
yeah,
with a
yeah,
girl and you kind of fuck up or whatever, you kind of like, well, oh well, type shit. You know?
yeah. That happens. Like you're right. That shit happens. Like I don't.
Like you
Yeah,
just think about it like, well, I fucked up, or well, this happened, and you go on with your life or whatever, and you just say fuck it. If you kind of look at it in that way, you kind of just say fuck it or whatever. Move on to the next. It's kind of like, well, you don't want to beat down on yourself because something you didn't do or whatever.
oh, I'm not doing that at all. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah. So
worst thing to do.
I said, man, I fucked up this semester. I gotta pay this money before I can even go back. Boom. Cool. 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 Okay. Chipping away. Chipping away. Okay. So once I get it down to a certain amount, I can go. I can enroll in classes because I already have the money for next semester. I just can't get into classes until I get the shit for last semester down below a certain point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you think you're gonna get it down to a certain point?
Yeah, easily. I mean, I could literally do it like right now if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna chip away at it.
Yeah. Well, how good? Like you did terrible last year or this last semester? Or...
Dude, I fucking like didn't even go half the time because I was up all fucking night with you and Trent fucking around with the server, staying up with you all night talking. I, you guys, I mean, it's my fault. It's not your guys' fault. I was definitely, I told you guys I shouldn't be doing what I was doing, but I was doing it anyway, you know. But that really fucked me up because I was tired as fuck. I started missing classes because I couldn't wake up. So then after a couple classes missed, it's like, you know what, fuck it, because it's not worth it. Because you missed two classes, you're already too far behind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So like, did you flunk?
Did I flunk?
Yeah.
Dude, I told you I stopped going.
Oh,
Like,
so you flunked.
of course, yeah. So I have to pay them all the money back because that was like grant money. That was gonna be, if I wouldn't have stayed up with you guys, if I wouldn't have done all that, like if I didn't spend all my time with you guys, fucking around with you guys, I probably would, like, I mean, I was fucked up too. I was depressed because my grandpa dying, having to put down my dog. Like, dude, I was not in a good place. Not in a good place at all.
I wait. You put down your dog? I thought you just let her go. You didn't put her down, right? I thought you just let her go. You
What are you
gave
gonna
it.
do to a dog that attacks people?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I thought you like gave her to somebody else or where you terminated her. Damn.
Him, but yeah,
Well, that's life. That's life or whatever.
yeah,
Like the dog dying, like that's kind of just like how life. Cause my dog died. I wasn't
yeah.
sad or nothing. Like I wouldn't say I wasn't sad, but it was like it is what it is.
Well, it's sad. It's definitely sad. Like it is what it is. That's definitely because like I didn't like always like feel terrible, but like
Mm.
it kind like memories, memories.
Well, yeah, memories.
Yeah, it's sad. Like you don't like I know what you mean. You don't feel that bad because it's like the same thing. It's like, but it does hurt.
Well, yeah,
Like at
it
the same time,
hurts.
yeah,
It hurts.
it's not like you know
I'm a different breed, I guess.
no, I'm not. What I'm saying is, like, I get what you're saying, but like, it's also like a violin. Like, it's there, but it's like, you don't really, you're not really outwardly showing it. I don't know if that's you at all, but like, it's not like hard. It's not like the same thing as like seeing a loved one get killed right in front of you. I guess. Like, I don't even know what that would be like, but I would assume nothing like that.
Like I've never seen that really. I've never
Yeah.
really seen that. Like my sister went to go put down our dog, or my big sister. She's actually the one that
Mhm.
saw him get the shot in her, saw her die. So like she's the one that saw all that. I didn't see none of that. I was at home chilling, playing Xbox or on watching TV or whatever. I didn't see any of that.
Well,
But
yeah, I didn't see it either.
I know like my mom and big sister like were there for hours and they were just fucking crying their eyes out basically because they
Yeah.
had to watch their dog die, basically.
Held its hand, right?
Yeah, hold his hand and watch her die in the middle of their
Was
eyes and whatnot.
she old, right?
Yeah, she was old. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
like she did anything
Lucky
stupid.
wasn't old.
Yeah,
Like Lucky, yeah.
Lucky wasn't old, but she was
No.
old. Like she would just sit and lay around the whole time and just like not do anything, not eat, not pissed, not shit. Like, she would just lay around. So my parents were like, well, maybe she's just getting old. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, there was a point where my dog did, like, before I had Tiffany, my other dog, that my mom till this day believes that kept my other dog alive much longer than what she was probably planning to stay alive for. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
she, like, before we got it, she was depressed. My dog was depressed. You could tell she was depressed. You could tell she just laid around. Or she didn't have any, we kind of
Mhm.
neglected her a little bit because we had
Right.
our own lives we were doing and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Right. Right.
she just laid around, just basically got neglected. And then we got the
Like
dog.
never got any love. Never. Like you fed her. You didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like you didn't fucking. But you just didn't like spend time like
well, it's not like,
exclusively with.
yeah, like
Like
it
yeah.
wasn't
Like you weren't trying to play with her all the time.
even that. It's just
Not even that.
it was just we just kind of like neglected her a little bit, and then
Not enough attention.
yeah, not enough attention,
But
and
yeah,
then
dogs are pack animals. Like
and
not all
then
dogs
when
are
we got
sociable, but dogs are usually yeah.
yeah, and then when we got Tiffany, that's when she kind of like she jumped up and she got her she was back again. She was more in your face and wanted to get
Right.
loved and the whole shit, and then like Tiffany. So it's like when the new baby comes around, the old baby gets neglected. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
We wouldn't care about the new baby. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit happened a little bit, but at the same time, it didn't really happen because she was around Tiffany all the time. Like she was the adult. So like a little dog comes in, like her mother instincts come into play, and she starts to become protective and the whole shit over this little dog that she just met for the first day of her life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So
That's your best friend now.
yeah, so like when that happened, it was kind of like watching Lion King. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You told me. Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Lion
kind of
King.
like watching Lion King because you they always and they're both girls. They're no boys. They were both girls, so they always would fight and whatnot. And it was like watching Lion King because in the Lion King,
They get nippy over the
yeah,
food.
they get not even just nippy. They just get nippy at each other, and they want to play. So, and I would just sit and watch this whole thing because like it's more entertaining than watching fucking TV. Like you know what I'm saying.
Sometimes.
So, and then when
Yeah.
she died, Tiffany now is alone, and she doesn't have anyone to play with. She just
Mm.
chills out basically. You know what I'm saying? Before it was kind of like they would bond with each other. They would hang out with each other, and
Yeah.
Tiffany's
Yeah.
more of a rougher dog than Shrenny. Shrenny's like the kickback. I would do whatever the fuck I want type shit. I'm the elderly type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You stand back, and Tiffany was like, I want all the attention, blah 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 blah, and she still is kind of like that. I want all the attention, blah blah blah. Get the fuck away, type shit. So they will fight, and then, but then when we're like kind of doing our own thing and whatnot, as in I'm doing my thing, my mom and dad, and they'll kind of hang out with each other and like fight or sit next to lay with each other, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They will kind of do all that. But now since that's kind of been gone and Strange's been gone, you kind of forget about all that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You forget about that living experience of having two dogs and whatnot.
Right.
You just remember, you kind of remember it, but then you forget. So like, if you ever do get another dog, you kind of forget about, oh, this is what's like having two dogs. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that or whatever. I don't know. Like, and then when my sister moved out, she would bring the dog with her sometimes. So like Shandy would be alone sometimes, but like not all the time. It was maybe once or twice a day. She would be alone throughout the days. But other than that, she
But
wasn't.
not that often.
Not that often, yeah. So it would keep, Shrendy having someone to play with or whatever. But now Tiffany doesn't have anybody. But now Noah's around, so it's kind of, I don't know. She doesn't even hang out with Noah no more. She kind of like stays away from Noah because Noah's a wild one. My nephew.
Yeah, yeah, I would assume because yeah,
She
she's a
she
little dog.
well not even she's like the smallest things, some things that are not even that frightening or afraid or
Yeah.
won't even do anything to her because they just won't do anything. She would be
Yeah,
afraid of.
no. What some like my when my cousin I gotta remember cousins' names. I just smoked a lot of weed and I gotta remember cousin. Which one? Um, he's on my mom's sister, so that cousin, but you wouldn't know who that is. Yeah,
Probably not.
but it doesn't matter. My little cousin, uh, when we got Maggie, we also ended up getting another dog with her. They were both mastiffs. They're sisters. And my cousin was a baby at the time when we gave the sister to them to my aunt and uncle and my cousins. Um,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that dog would not have like a dog like Maggie, except Maggie now, she has hip problems and all that. But a dog like Maggie would love, would play with the kid, like your would be very playful with a kid like your nephew.
Well, what's it called? My his other grandpa, which is
Hmm.
his dad's stepdad or whatever, has a German Shepherd, and
Hmm.
that dog gets. And they have like a small house. I want to say it's like a 2 bedroom, 1 bath house. And it's a house. It's not like an apartment. It's a house. It's hella small. It's really fucking small. But they have that German Shepherd cramped into like a small room, and it just stays in there the whole time. I assume it gets left out to go pee and shit and the whole nine.
Yeah, but that's not a good place for a German Shepherd. German Shepherds need to run.
Yeah,
Like they need space.
yeah, but they just leave that German Shepherd cramped in that room the whole entire time and let it go out when it needs to go out. Because
Yeah.
like that dog would
Well, how's their
fucking
yard?
their yard. Well, let's put it like this: they were able to do a wedding reception back there, so
Okay.
they have a pretty decent yard. I would say so myself, a pretty decent yard to handle 50 people, maybe
Yeah.
50
Yeah.
people. So
Like cramped, 50 people cramped or 50 people like fine.
50 people fine. I would
Okay.
say so myself. 50 people fine. It's not like it's nothing like my grandma's yard. My grandma's yard's fucking. They can hold 100 people like with no problem. But their yard can probably hold like 50 people with no problem. I would say so myself. Maybe 30. I want to say 30, not 50. 30. 30 people with no problem. I think there was more people there, but I would say there was 30 people there with no problem. And that dog probably goes back there every time it needs to take a shit or a piss. But I never go over that house. Like never. I never go over there. I went over there a couple of times, and that's it. I barely remember what that house looks like from the backyard to the to the inside.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember oh my god. Yeah, for my graduation slash grandparents' 50th anniversary party, uh dude, I had to fucking pick up landmines, dude.
What do you mean you had to pick up land? Wait, what?
Like dog shit throughout the
Oh,
entire yard. Oh my
what
god.
the fuck? I didn't know what you meant. I was like, landmines. What is your uncle like crazy or something?
No, no, no.
Okay. Like I've never picked up big dog shit, like big dogs as in shit, and
Dude, it's like picking up human shit,
I
but
don't
not
ever
even really.
I don't ever want to plant
It's
it.
like big dog shit. It's like the dog, the shit emoji.
Oh my god. I
I'm not
don't.
picking it up with my hand. No, it's like you know
I would get a shovel.
what's it called? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a shovel, but it's like the poopa scoop. You know
See, that's
the
not even good. No, I'm picking it up with a
you
shovel.
know what a poopa scoop, dude.
Yes, I know what
It's
a
like a
pooper.
rake. It's like a rake and a shovel. You rake the poop into the scoop.
I'm talking about an actual like shovel, like you shovel up
No, because
dirt.
then you damage the land.
Oof, I don't give a shit. I want to get the poop out. Like I want
Yeah, the
like
poopa scoop will do that.
well shit. what I
It's
would
like
do, what I
just
would
two. It's
do,
like a rake and a shovel, and you just
yeah,
rake the poop into the shovel.
yeah, what I would do is I won't scoop up the dirt. I would scoop up the poop. Like I would, tap it
Well,
into
they have a tool for that,
because
and it's
like
called poop scoop.
if I smell poop, bleh, like I just
You don't have to like bend down. It's not like a garden. Like, oh yeah, I'm gardening poop. Like it's a yes. It's like freaking janitor equipment, pretty fucking
um
much. Like
I don't know shit to be
it's
honest.
like a full ass fucking rake, except it's like
Uh okay.
small at the rake ends for picking up poop,
Okay. I don't know.
and a scoop perfectly sized for picking up poop. And it's
Like
not gonna dig into the ground like a shovel,
see like
because like you can barely poke the ground. The shovel will start to.
yeah, we'll start to dent in. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. See like me like
I mean, but with the dogs, dude, with them running around, dude, there's no fucking need to worry about that anymore. Back then, though, yard was pristine, but now after Lucky, dude, Lucky fucking he made a racetrack.
he made a racetrack. No,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I get like bad stomach and shit, so I'm like, fuck. And I like, if I even like smelling your own poop is different, but smelling other people's poop, I'm like, ugh. That's I feel like shit after that.
Yeah.
Nah, I cannot do that shit. Like so like how my backyard is like there's a
But
fence.
if it's like old, because what
Well, if
I
it's
don't clean it up all the time. It's like
if it's old poop where it's like hard, then it's kind
yeah, it
of
doesn't
like,
smell.
it still no, it still smells. It
Not when
still
it's like white dry. You know,
oh no, like
you don't get close to it. You don't pick it up with your hands and like
mm,
uh.
mm, I'm starting to feel sick. But like what's it called?
Little Hershey kisses.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Like it's not even like that. It's just so like how my yard is like there's like a fence and there's like basically a whole bunch of bushes and trees and like basically like it's the city land after. You know what I'm saying? The
Okay.
city owns that land.
Okay.
So there's the house where I'm at and we own that land and then there's the city land which is like right over my fence. So what I
Like, is that
used
like an alleyway?
no, it's
Is it like
I'm
between two houses, or like is there no
no,
house
no.
behind you?
There's no house behind me.
I got you.
So there's houses on the side of me, and then there's no house behind me. So what's it called? What I would do, and my mom approved of this to an extent, is I would get the poop and just yank it to the city land, feed it to the fucking trees and whatnot. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? So
yeah,
like
it's just trees back there, right?
yeah, it's just trees. Like there's like the only people that probably live back there is homeless people. But other than that, like it's just fucking trees or whatever. So what I would do is just fucking yank that shit into the other fucking in the city yards and
Imagine
whatnot.
like somebody you throw it over one time, and somebody just eats it back.
Oh my god. Oh yeets. I thought you said eats. I was like, oh my
I said
god.
eats it.
Uh,
No, I hope not. Like,
I would. Okay, that got me
and
sick.
hopefully you wouldn't see that. I mean, if they did,
I would immediately.
because like if they were eating it, they might be thankful.
Shut
And
up!
ask for
Shut
more.
up! Shut up! All right, let's change the subject. Let's change the subject. Let's change the subject. I'm starting to get woozy. Let's change the subject.
Uh,
Whatever. All right. Change all subject.
okay.
So
Um.
what
So, have you
fact?
ever heard of fecalphilia?
No,
No. Do you know what that is?
no.
Look it up.
You can't just tell me.
Fecalphilia. Fecalphilia.
You can't just tell me.
Fecalphilia. Fecalphilia.
All right, spell
Look
that
it up.
again. Fe what?
Calfelia.
L
F
E.
I think that's how it's spelled. I don't fucking know. and then go to pictures. Go to images.
What the fuck? What is this?
What is it?
It's in fucking Spanish most of the time. Or French.
It's in Spanish.
Fecophilia. They're like everything's not even in English.
What is it? What is
Translate
it?
into English. Fecal meaning or relating to feces. Fecal. Feces?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't even know. To be honest. I don't even know. Explain to me what fecophilia is.
You know that homeless man?
What homeless man?
The one that you were scared of when you threw the shit over the fence? When he was eating it?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so nasty. Okay, I'm done. I quit. Okay, change the subject again. So,
Or did I mean fecal phobia?
I don't
Fecal
even know.
phobia.
I don't give a shit.
Fecalphilia, I think, is if you got a boner to it.
I don't give a shit. We're changing the subject. So, you remember when I was. So,
Could
you
you
remember.
imagine though?
Oh my
Like if you
god,
can only
that's
get a boner
terrible.
to shit.
That's
I
so
think I think this is not safe for YouTube anymore. Shit.
So, you remember I was talking about how I'm probably gonna get rid of my PlayStation Xbox because I don't use it no more?
Yeah.
I'm still in the debate if I want to do that because
Okay.
I don't use it. Like the only reason to use the PS5, this is like the only reasons. To one, because all the PlayStation games doesn't come to PC at like the same time. You probably have to wait a week, a year to 2 years for those games to come out on PC.
Right.
The only reason to keep those games is to play the PlayStation games right when they come out. Other than that, every game, because I've checked already,
Is coming out on
is on PC.
right. And that might not be forever, but yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Days Gone is a piece is a PlayStation game, that's on
Mhm.
PC. Horizon Zero Dawn, that's on PC. Returnal, that's on PC. Uncharted, Last of Us Part One, Last of Us Part Two isn't on PC though, or it's not, but Part One is. Spider-Man Miles Morales is on PC. Spider-Man Remastered is on PC. Like
Yeah.
all these games that come out on PlayStation come out on PC or is out on PC already. Now, it's not like every PlayStation game is coming out on PC, but most PlayStation games are coming out on PC now. It takes time for them to get there because PlayStation wants to be stingy and wants to make their money back, or wants people to get PlayStations to play them early or whatever.
Hmm.
That's the only reason to really keep that PlayStation. That's the only reason. Other than that, I can get rid of my Xbox Series X with no problem because everything
Yeah.
comes out on PC.
Yeah, and that's really what I think Sony's scared of is that like everything with Microsoft buying Activision, Blizzard, and all that. Like, we talked about this before about how I don't know about on podcast but we've talked about it about how like oh yeah, it's just how like Sony doesn't want Xbox to have um Call of Duty, which is a fair point, but and that's is what they said. But I think and I've been influenced to lean in this direction um that maybe uh like it's not that at all. Maybe it's just that like Microsoft will have they're actually scared of the whole streaming and how much power Microsoft has in the cloud infrastructure and pretty much everything else. If they get Activision, Microsoft's too big. They want to stay relevant. And they're just kind of
Yeah,
punching in the air. Yeah. PlayStation. Like yeah, PlayStation's big right now
yeah, but
and like they'll probably stay big and like I don't know how long they have because like things can dramatically change what happens. People might always want just because it's things are coming out on PC because they're just scared. They're scared they're gonna fall out of relevance. I don't necessarily think that's the end. I don't think that if any of this happens, PlayStation will go and Xbox might go. Microsoft might easily give up on Xbox, but PlayStation, what they really need to do is diversify. They'll probably even make their own PC launcher or something like that, or do something similar to what Microsoft is doing with the Game Pass, like with the whole PC, which they kind of already do because they did the whole cloud gaming. Sony did cloud gaming before Microsoft did.
And look who's more successful.
Right, because Sony did it too early. Like they did it like the way they did it. That was how they got PS3 backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Was
True.
with cloud gaming, and you could do it on the PC. So you could play PS3 games on the PC through cloud gaming, and it sucked. I mean, it didn't suck. It's just like, it's the same problem with Stadia. Like it's the whole like internet, like the speed of the internet.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like PlayStation, Sony, because I keep PlayStation and Sony, they're the same. They need to get over that shit. They need to get over that because I
think like just because this is like a big transition, because these consoles are pretty much like at one point, like the consoles were better than PCs. Like
at one point,
and I'm not talking about just PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'm talking about like there was no home PC you could get that was better than console. And there were even some home PCs that were also consoles, and they were mostly used as just consoles. Like they took game cartridges.
Yeah. So
but they were PCs.
Yeah.
Like they were full blown PCs.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But times have changed.
Yeah.
And for these games to be more successful, because yes, exclusives are cool. Everyone likes exclusives. Xbox is kind of a mid defeat, okay, with exclusives. They just want everyone to play their games. Cool, whatever. But at the same time, if you buy Forza and it comes out on PC, Xbox gets money for it. Any game that Xbox has exclusive rights over, Xbox gets money out of it. So the exclusivity doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Just like PlayStation with Spider-Man and Uncharted and God of War and Ratchet and Clank.
Because if it's a Sony game and they sell it on PC, Sony's still making money.
Yeah, Sony's still making money.
Right, and they don't have to make a box. They don't have to make a box.
That's what I'm saying. Microsoft isn't making no money off of it, but Sony is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So with this whole exclusivity,
assuming because most of these games only really, unless you like do some heavy work, if you are just coming into PC gaming, you're not going to be doing a lot of games on. If you're trying to get into as many games as possible, you're not going to be going to Linux unless you have somebody helping you along the way. Because gaming on Linux is not like Windows. So Microsoft does get some money if people play PlayStation games on PC.
Okay, cool. Whatever. But at the end of the day, PlayStation gets money, Xbox gets money, everyone gets money, everybody wins. The only people that don't get money is PlayStation if Xbox puts their game on the PC. It's PlayStation. They don't get money because that's Xbox's game. PlayStation gets money off of their games, whatever.
But as long as people don't want to get full-blown PCs, and as long as there are consoles that like make it as simple as turning it on and putting the game in, I believe people will buy consoles.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with consoles.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like their fear. I'm saying that their fear right now is like, if it is true, if that is really what they're fearing, it's not really like it's
beneficial.
The war's got pretty much done, and Microsoft pretty much won, but like Sony won too, because like Sony won the console war. Hooray! Like maybe there will be no Xbox. Maybe Sony will be the only one left. But not because Microsoft really lost, but because Microsoft like is like, you know what? Fuck the Xbox. If you want Xbox, play PC, because the Xbox costs them money to make, and if you buy PC and play on Windows, it doesn't
They're
cost because you
making they're making money either way.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Sony has to join the bandwagon. They just have to. They just have to do it. I have a PC. I don't play my PlayStation games.
Could you imagine Sony getting into making getting into like the PC space and making their own operating system to compete with Microsoft?
I would totally be fine with that.
You would be fine with that?
I would be fine.
What if they actually just
I won't need a freaking
invested
PS5
into
no more.
Linux? Like, what if they just did Linux and like
that would be terrible.
that would be terrible? Are you sure? Like,
be
because you know the
terrible.
Steam Deck is Linux.
That would be terrible.
Have you seen the Steam Deck? Like, what if they
know.
did something similar to the Steam Deck?
That
Like, it would be
terrible.
Linux, but it would actually be like
That would be
a console layout.
terrible.
Like it would be a full blown PC with a console layout.
Just make it for Windows and call it a day, man.
Make it for Windows?
Linux?
Because what if they want to keep the war with Microsoft on?
That's stupid.
Just imagine for a second.
That's stupid.
It is. But like, what if they do? What if they just
That would
specifically?
be so
What if they don't? What if they make it to where their game does work on Windows, but they specifically make it to where you don't have to go through extra hoops to play on Linux? So less people play on Windows, and play on Linux. So Microsoft doesn't get any money from Windows. I mean, they only get money from Windows once, but it would be like buying a PlayStation versus an Xbox.
Okay.
Like, you don't
But
pay
you
them
understand how stupid that is. That's stupid.
What, with them trying to compete like that?
Yeah, that's stupid. You still make money either way. That's stubborn.
No, what I'm
stupid.
saying is they just make the game out of spite, though. They just make the game work on Linux. They just make the game work on Linux.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
well, that just
they're not
that just fucks everybody up because not everybody has Linux.
No, I'm not saying they don't make it work on Windows.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying they just do make it work on Linux. People can still play it on Windows. They want as many people to play it as possible. So more people are playing on Windows, but there is a growing share of people playing games on Linux. If you're playing on a Steam Deck and you didn't like put Windows on the Steam Deck, which Windows is actually worse on the Steam Deck than the Steam OS, but because not all games work on Linux, some people do boot into Windows. But Steam OS has done some stuff to like make Windows games work on the Steam Deck, even though they're not Linux games. You know what I'm saying?
But it's a Steam Deck though.
It's Linux.
It's not a P. It's
PC. Linux. It's a PC. It's a PC. It's a full blown PC.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like that's just stupid. In my eyes, that's just stupid.
It is, because it's just petty competition. But
Yeah.
if they just did it that way, that would be, they're not hurting Microsoft. They're just making it to where people that already don't want to play on Microsoft don't play on Microsoft. Because like some people that end up on Microsoft that way because of gaming, like they want to play a game and that game doesn't work right on Linux, they have to boot into Microsoft. They have to boot into Windows.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to boot into Windows. They probably didn't even want to buy Windows.
Stupid. Like I said, stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid. But I don't know. If PlayStation does that, it's just gonna be it's stupid. Like that's just stupid. Like just make it for Windows. Everyone has fucking Windows. Not everyone has Linux.
Yeah, but not everybody has Windows either. And Linux is on everything.
Okay, most of the time, everybody has Windows. It comes
Most
with every
of the
PC.
time. No, but you know, Linux stuff works on Mac too.
But Mac comes with okay, well you don't get Mac on a regular PC, but like if you buy an Apple computer, you're gonna get Mac.
Yeah, but if you buy a Mac, you also get Linux. Kind of, not really. It's more so Unix, but Linux is also based on Unix. Mac is based on Unix, so the same commands work and you can use a lot of Linux apps on Mac,
Stupid.
which you can also now use a lot of Linux apps on Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Like default, you've always been able to with like
It just sounds
yeah.
stupid, man. It just sounds stupid. Like, just make it for Windows. That's how I just make it for Windows. Like, why go through all the trouble to make it for something else when not everybody has that? If you make it for Windows,
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. They're making it for Windows.
Okay.
They're making it for Windows.
Uh-huh.
My what I'm saying is that they also make it work for Linux without people having to jump through hoops.
Oh.
I wasn't saying not make it.
As long as it works for Windows, I don't give a shit. It can work for everything. I don't
You're
give a fuck.
you're sitting here rolling on that shit. You're like, it's not working on Windows. That's bullshit.
As long as it works Windows, I don't give a fuck. You can make it work for the potato. As long as
for
it
the
works.
potato.
As long
It's
as it
funny
works
because
for-
you can tend to get better performance out of Linux than you can on Windows because Windows is bloated as fuck.
Then why don't you get Linux?
I do have Linux. I run VMs. I mean, the reason I don't primarily run Linux right now is because I have a lot on my Windows that I don't have enough storage to back up.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that I already paid for it.
How much did Linux even cost?
Linux is free.
Oh.
Well, it depends. You can go. There's like a ton of distributions. Some of them do cost. Like some of them that have like premium like features that you get official support, where you don't have to do as much like figuring shit out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Those cost some money to get that. But no, Linux is completely free.
Completely free?
Completely free.
Interesting.
Like so free that a lot of the times, like if like let's say somebody wanted a computer, you can charge them for giving them Linux, even though you got it for free.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of fucked up.
Like it's freedom. Like if you get it, you have it. You're not in the wrong for just getting it. Like in some ways, you can be like, yeah, you're kind of sneaky, but there's nothing they can really do about it.
Yeah.
Type of yeah, and then but yeah, the right way, the generous way. You know, if they're selling it, then you should buy it. But if they're not selling it, but it is using the GPL license or like one of those open source licenses that require them to give the source, if they're not given the source in any easy way for somebody to find, then you can just get the source. You can just take it, as long as you know it's using the right license. As long as it's using the license that you know.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just take it and call it a day.
No, because that's how you get in trouble. You have to make sure the license is right.
Yeah, that is true too. But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Because if the license isn't right, then it doesn't matter how cool that piece of software would be. You're not going to have it. So it is what it is.
It's not yours, bitch. It's
Yeah,
mine.
and if you do take it, then you're risking litigation.
What's litigation?
That's like where you go to court.
You took my software without asking, you bitch.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
You took my software without asking, you bitch. Fuck you. Nah.
But it doesn't always happen because sometimes people get away with it. I don't know how often. I feel like it's pretty often because it's a pretty common knowledge that most people, like it's a joke, it's a floating joke that most people just copy their code off the internet. It's like, oh yeah, I found your code, and the dude's like, that wasn't my code.
Well, whose code was it? Mine, bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking Steve Jobs comes in like, it was my code, bitch. Give me my code back. I came from the dead just for this code.
Oh my god.
I came from the dead just for this code, bitch. Give it back. This is my code. You cannot have my code. If you take my code, you die. Some shit, I don't know. Some shit like that. You take my code, you die, bitch. 46 inches. You take my code, bitch, you die. That's how it should be. You take my code, bitch, you die.
Yeah, it sounds easy when you say it's like, oh yeah, you can just take other people's code, but the hard part really is making sure, even if you do it that way, making sure it actually does what you want it to do.
And if it doesn't, you're fucked either way.
Yeah.
So, joke's on you, bitch. Joke's on you. You took my code and it didn't even work. Haha. That's funny as hell, to be honest. But, I don't know, like... What? How did we talk about code? How did this even happen? What the fuck?
I don't even know.
How did we get into code?
One thing to the other. I don't even know how much dead space there is in this entire video. There's some.
There's hardly any dead space.
Hardly. But
there's hardly.
yeah.
There's
We'll find out. We'll find out.
There's a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, well, you just gotta go with the flow. You just gotta
just
go with
fucking
the flow.
Like,
Flow with
for sure,
music.
for sure.
You just flow with the music, and it's kind dun 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 dun. I don't know.
Okay, there.
You just
okay.
I believe in music.
So I told you about this, but I want further elaboration.
Okay.
How do you feel about the whole RC playing competition between me and Noble?
Definitely do it. You should definitely do it.
Should definitely do it.
You should definitely do it. And filming, like I said before, I'm gonna say, filming it is not gonna be difficult. It's editing.
It's the editing, yeah.
It's the whole editing, which
yeah.
I still have gameplay that you haven't edited yet. It's been on your computer.
Yeah, dude, that's like, it's still there, but it's a minefield right now. I gotta organize that shit. Cause like I've made not duplicate folders, but like I stopped because I've pretty much backed up shit and moved them. So, and then I forgot where I moved them to. So I made a new folder with the same name, like multiple times. Cause I've done this multiple times. So I have like folders with the same name spread across all over the computer that need to be, that I need to just, everything's all over the place. It just needs to be fucking organized. But I'm not gonna fucking do those videos, I don't think, because those are the fucking stick review is one. I found that, the joystick review.
Yo.
Do you even remember that? Do you want me to do that still?
I do, but we need to do another like closing video because those were on.
Do you want me to just send it back to you?
No, like.
Or do you want me to edit it?
I want you to edit it because you said you were gonna do it, and that was. I don't. Did I have a PC back then? I might have a laptop.
That was right before. Yeah, that was like.
It was Cold War days. I know that.
Yeah.
It was cold because. Yeah, it was Cold War days. It wasn't even Vanguard.
You want me to edit it, and it's not gonna be worth shit. And like, yeah.
Edit it, but we're gonna have to do a closed caption though, like a closed captioning, like towards the end, like after using these for 2 years.
After using these for 2 years, yeah. And then you come back in, you're like, they suck, and then
they suck.
You're like, I forgot they even existed.
No,
screen go black. You still use them?
Yeah, I still use them. Like, I don't know, like my fingers like aren't used to playing with regular shit now. Like I have.
Yeah, because they felt weird. Because that's I think, dude, it was on purpose. I didn't edit it on purpose. I think you needed to wear them in, because you didn't like them at first.
It's not that I didn't like them. It's I wasn't used to them, and then when I got used to them and I went back to like just not using them,
Mhm.
my hands were like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? I'm not. My thumbs were like, the feeling does
Yeah,
not feel right.
yeah.
You
I
know.
think, like, I mean, if I don't know, most people, I feel like most people that will watch your videos ever will probably watch them in the future because not very many people are watching them right now,
Well,
and they don't watch all the way through.
well,
But
not even just that. Like,
no, I was saying because you already pretty much just like I would say you need to put a lot of that in your review. The reason I said that like that is because it's like don't worry about the fact that you already said that in this video. Unless people right now find this section and really care about it and they're like, why'd you fucking do that? Um but like no, I think you like that's a good portion of your review. I think like that should because that was pretty accurate, wouldn't you say? So like
I would
how
say so myself.
because like how it's affected because when you first used it you were like these feel weird. I don't know how I feel about
They
them.
did feel weird.
Yeah, and you didn't really know how you felt about them. Uh,
And I got other like control freaks now that
mhm.
they
And that
have a
should be brought up too.
they
Yeah.
have a different like every kind of control freak.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Since I haven't edited this in a long time, don't even worry about making your review until I do finish editing this section and do that to be continued type thing or like whatever what you wanted me to say. Um, I'll do that because don't even worry about it because this is, you're right. I promised you I would edit that video and yeah I'll get it done. It's been yeah 2 years. Uh yeah
Two
yeah I'll
years.
get that done. I don't even remember what I was gonna do with it.
So what your plan was? I guess say so. I made like three. I made like 6 videos. I think or more. I'm not totally sure. I have to look back on it to be honest. But I made a big good sum of videos, and I had like 3 videos with what's it called? I had 3 videos with them on and 3 videos without them on, which each
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because I wanted you to go back and forth and get the because you also wanted to measure some stuff. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
and then
Um,
when that happened, we did it and it was done. And then that just it kind of just never got the light of day. And then Vanguard came out, and I used them on Vanguard. I didn't really use them without not using them on Vanguard. And then Modern Warfare 2 came out, and Warzone 2 came out. So like all these other good fucking games came out and whatnot. So like I wouldn't say it's so out of date, but
oh my God, I just thought about it. Okay, so I already know my intro sequence. So it's 2 years ago, right? So 2021.
something like that. Yeah.
So it's gonna say back in the year 2021. it's, it's gonna start the video
Oh
with the
my.
first portion, and then it's gonna do that, and it's gonna say it's gonna do that in sequence for that part, and it's gonna say present day,
Present day.
present day in the modern dystopian future of 2023.
Oh my god.
It's like yeah, I know I thought they were weird. Now I can't stop using them. My name's Nos. Bye. I'm just kidding.
I can't stop using them. No, I literally like I can't like if I try to play other games without them, unless it's like maybe like a campaign
Mhm.
or whatever. I'll probably just use it for campaign too sometimes. But like if it's like other games that don't need them, like story mode version, like Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survival, Squadrons, which I haven't played that on PC yet, which I've been meaning to, and with Oculus also. I want to play Squadrons with Oculus. I haven't done that either, but I want to do that.
Squadrons on Squadrons on Oculus. I played that on the Oculus. It's a lot of fun.
Did
I
you
want to do
did
that
you
again.
did you just do regular campaign or did you do multiplayer?
I did multiplayer and campaign.
Ooh.
Yeah, but definitely worth it with campaign. Multiplayer is not. Last I checked,
It
is
died.
not. It's pretty dead. You can still. Last I checked, also you can still find matches, but last I checked was also last winter. So
Okay, so a lot can happen since last winter, which is cool.
yeah,
Okay.
not this previous winter, but the
So
winter
not
before that.
last winter, but last winter.
Yeah,
So 2 winters ago.
yeah.
Okay. Well, it probably is dead because I feel like that game should have just been campaign only, and that was it. To be honest.
Well, yeah. The multiplayer wasn't really because people expected it to be more. That game was didn't really have much production value, to be honest with you. That game was made on a budget.
Yeah.
So like I mean, yeah, it's a pretty big budget for like an indie game type deal. I mean, it is a AAA like studio, but EA is known for taking risks with studios um for like single player type games.
So
Like
my ch-
they never actually planned on doing more than they did.
yeah.
Like
So
that was yeah.
I there's a handheld like mobile uh like the Steam Deck,
Yeah.
but it's made by a different company.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. Some of them I've seen are worse, but there's some that I've seen on YouTube today that look like they're
So
a
this
lot
one
better.
is called Rog Alley. I think it's
Okay.
called Rog Alley.
ROG, like yeah, I
ROG Rog Alley,
yeah,
and it has a 4090 in it.
a 4090. That
Yeah,
has to be like cut down for that shit. That thing must be hefty.
it has a 4090. It's called the 4090 XG Mobile.
Dude, that thing is gonna be a slab in your hand. That the Steam
And
Deck will look like a like tiny like
and
compared to it, I bet.
fucking it has RGB lighting under the joysticks.
What's its resolution? Because the Steam Deck is 720p, but like at that small of a screen, it doesn't really matter. But
I have no idea what its resolution is. I haven't
I'd
really looked.
assume if it's a 4090, it's probably a 4K.
I would assume too. I would assume also, but I don't know. I haven't. I just saw
But
videos
do
of
you
it.
really want to have a fucking heater in your hand?
Maybe,
You want to have a heater in your hand
maybe, just to say I do have one. Just to say I could play any game on the world without a fucking scratch.
without a scratch?
Without a scratch, basically. Shit.
Dude, you know you could like plug that into your monitors and use that as your desktop.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how?
Like, well, I know like the Steam Deck you can. And I know some of the other ones I've seen you can. Like you just plug the monitor into it. You might need like a special port. But yeah, you just plug the monitor into it.
And you use that as your PC then?
Yeah.
What the
Because then you also plug in your keyboard and mouse
into the monitor.
into the device, into the handheld.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Fucking A. I don't know.
But that would be like a difficult PC to like if you ever did want to upgrade it.
It's called the
Like there's
Asus ROG Alley. I think Asus, which Asus is a. They make a. What is it
yeah,
called?
Asus is the brand. ROG, well, ROG is the brand, Asus is the company. So like
Uh
Asus makes other lines of boards. ROG is like a branding, like a
huh.
gaming branding. I
Yeah.
forget what it stands for. It's like something of gamers. Read,
Yeah.
yeah,
Something like that. I don't know. But
yeah.
they I don't know. Like it would be probably
Yeah,
cool to just like it's kind of like like ever since the Switch came out and ever since because it's so popular now like you can literally bring it with you wherever you kind of want to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's kind of been that thing where it's just like, well, I can take this with me and call it a day, basically. Like,
Yeah, this is better. It's like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like how it kind of is. Like, you don't need to bring the whole fucking console with you, which the console's even small, but you just bring the little thing and call it a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just bring it.
you talking about bringing the whole damn console with you?
No, like, I'm not, like, you could, even the console is small, though. Like, the
You
console,
talking about like the
the,
PlayStation and the Xbox?
no, I'm talking about the Switch. I'm talking about Nintendo
Oh
console.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Okay.
Nintendo Switch console that you put the handheld in to charge it and whatnot is small also.
Yeah, it's pretty small, but that's gonna be tiny compared to what you that is.
And then like you don't even gotta bring the console, you just bring the Switch and you just play the Switch
Oh,
and
you're talking about the outer shell, like the
yeah,
dock.
yeah, the dock. Cause isn't that the console basically, or is that
No, the
like
console is the Switch itself. The dock
uh,
is just a. It just has a USB-C that connects it to the HDMI and everything because it's just connecting through that USB-C. It's just a dock.
oh, so it's just a dock.
Yeah, I mean it has like stuff that tells the Switch that it can use extra power because the Switch
Okay.
actually is slightly more powerful when it is docked because they bottleneck it, like they cap it when it's not docked.
Mm-hmm. I actually didn't know that. To be
Yeah,
honest, I actually didn't know that. Holy
like
shit.
some games are like 720. They're 720p mostly because the Switch screen is only 720p, but it's like downgraded to 720p when you play like handheld, and then it's upgraded to 1080 when it's docked.
Uh,
And it's actually like the Switch is actually faster when it's docked.
I would assume so. Like
Like
shit.
it can handle more. Like you'll notice, like if what game lags when it's in handheld mode, it might still lag while docked, but because the Switch isn't that powerful, but it might not when it's docked because it's actually slightly more powerful when it's docked because it's sped up.
Yeah. Well, I thought the fucking dock was the like basically the some console where the fuck
Well,
shit.
you don't play the dock.
You play the switch. You play the Switch thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's the console.
That kind of. Damn, bro. Fuck. I so thought the fucking Switch was the dock. I thought the dock was basically the Switch this whole time. Oh, I'm stupid.
Uh,
But yeah, like I don't need to bring the whole ass dock. I can just bring the Switch and call
yeah,
it a day. Like,
yeah.
which is kind of cool. And the Switch Lite is like not even that expensive either. It's like
No,
two.
Switch Lite. Yeah, that thing is fucking. That's like PSP size, dude. I miss the PSP.
But
I never
isn't
had a PS
the
Vita,
Switch
but
Lite in the Switch is basically the same size, right?
Switch no. Switch Lite's smaller than the Switch.
Really? By how
Yeah,
much?
quite a bit. Like I'm pretty sure the Switch Lite like fits in the Switch's screen. Like it doesn't go over like the Switch's screen.
No.
Yeah, it's like a
Really?
PSP. Have you ever played a PSP?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a
bigger than
PSP.
no, it's bigger than that.
It's a little bigger than a PSP, but it's not as big as the Switch. It's not as big as the full Switch. It's a smaller
Because
Switch.
I'm looking the size and it says it's the same size.
It says it's the same size.
Yeah,
Well, I might be wrong. I've only seen it like a couple times, so like I remember it. I don't know. I think of the PSP when I think of the Switch Lite.
I do too. But at the same time, like,
It's more like the PS Vita, except the PS Vita is actually like the PS Vita is not as powerful as the Switch Lite, but it's actually cooler than the Switch Lite
that is true.
because it has all that extra. It has that the back screen like that you can touch onto that not a lot of games
Well, you
use,
can
but
bring the Switch basically anywhere with you. Like, you basically.
yeah, yeah. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure the Switch Lite has a longer battery life than most. Like they've some models of the Switch they put better batteries in. Like I know mine is the second generation like of Switches. Like they don't really announce it. It's just like the second
Well, I
batch,
have
pretty
the
much.
OLED.
You have the OLED, so yours is like the third batch.
Yeah, I have the OLED.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure the OLED has a better battery, but it's OLED, so it burns the battery faster.
Yeah.
So the better battery doesn't mean that it's better battery, but it's about the same as mine.
Yeah,
But
I would.
mine has a slightly better battery than the first. Like not by much. It's like an extra hour.
Could you actually connect a mouse and keyboard to the Switch and play mouse and keyboard?
I don't think so. I maybe it has a USB with the dock, but only one USB. I don't think
Mine
that's what
has
it's for.
two. Mine has two.
It has two? Oh,
Yeah,
well maybe it has two.
yeah, it has two USBs. That's kind
Yeah,
of
I don't know. Does it have keyboard mouse support? I don't know.
that's kind of interesting. I would love to know if it does have mouse because
Maybe it's just for controllers, USB controllers.
well, I hook my USB controller up to the Switch,
Not
so
like maybe not like they'd have to have drivers for the Switch, like made for the Switch, but use USB.
uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
like your Xbox, the Switch might not have drivers that'll work for your Xbox controller.
No. Plus like you could just do Bluetooth like
Yeah.
Bluetooth Switch controllers like for some reason Bluetooth Switch controllers look cooler than fucking wired controllers. And I literally got the wired controller so I can fucking plug it in with my controller. Plug the when I had the other Elgato, I literally got a wired controller because those are the ones that have like the mic plug-in and shit and whatnot.
Right. Okay.
And that's the only reason why I got that is because of that. But now I don't need them because I use basically all my talking on PC. So like it was basically
Yeah.
like a waste of time. Basically.
And I was telling you the whole time, I was like, dude, it would be better if you just went PC. And then you're like, I know, one day, I'll just do this for now.
Well, like it was because like I was so keen of like
Getting
uh,
it, just having your shit like already ready,
well,
like
not even just
getting it
that.
done.
Like it was before I even got the whole Mark II Elgato Mark II, where like basically like transfers over the PC. It was before
Hmm.
all that. Like once I got the Mark II, and I basically had to do all my talking through PC, and it wouldn't capture
Right.
the talking on
The Xbox.
the Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo and whatnot. It was like, what's the fuck is the point? Like I can just do all my talking on PC. Like there was no
Right.
point basically. So like it was just like
If you could have like your headset, like where the hearing part of your headset, like the mic part of your headset, connect to both, and the hearing part of your headset could connect to
like
both.
if what's it called?
Like I know you can
If they
hearing
made a
it through the
Mark III,
OBS.
well yeah, that's all cool.
Yeah.
If they made a Mark III and they made it where you can plug that wire thing into the you plug the wire into the controllers like how the regular Elgato fucking has basically,
Yeah.
then it'll be different. But they don't have that, and the Mark III isn't gonna be like for a little bit anyway. So like, there's no point. There's just go to PC. Just do plus like Discord already made it much easier for everyone just to transfer your shit through Discord. And Xbox has it where you can do that, and PlayStation basically has it. You can do that too. So it's like, there's no point. There's no point. So it's like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Discord is the way, but Kalen proceeds to not see that, and other people proceed to not see that because either they don't have a PC or they don't know how to use Discord, or they just want to use regular PlayStation talking or Xbox talking party chat. That's fine too, but I'm not gonna use those things. I'm gonna use Discord or just regular game chat. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got co-workers because my friends at work, one of them's a lot older, is not into social media, and Discord is not social media, but basically is social media, If that makes sense.
You got it on PC because you already had it on Xbox.
Yeah, but he has a PlayStation, and it'll be a lot better if just all my coworkers get Discord and just connect through Discord. That would be easier for me. But that's they my my manager isn't social media friendly. You know what I'm saying? He
I
doesn't like
see.
social media. And getting Discord is like getting social media to a very lower extent because you can choose who you talk to basically. On Instagram, you can look at anyone's pages and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So like I just said fucking just go to game chat. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. Like game chat's cool, but
He doesn't like it because you can choose who you can talk to.
no, he just he doesn't like social media because it's basically like anyone can look on your shit. It's all a bunch of bullshit to him, basically. And plus, he's old. He's like 40 something
I
years old.
see.
He's not into all that. My other coworker, which he's almost 40, is into all that social media shit. But he's not. So I could
Right.
tell him to get Discord, and he's gonna be like, "What's Discord? How do you work Discord?" It's gonna be like teaching my dad how to play, how to work the
Yeah.
internet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, fuck that shit. Then you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like whatever. So I just do game chat, and that works fine because that video I made the other day, I got a whole bunch of shit, which took me fucking 3 hours to fucking edit, probably even more because of that. But have you even watched that video yet?
No, the one you told me about yesterday that I didn't know you sent me.
I sent to you in in the chat.
Yeah, yeah, the one. Yeah, I
That one,
acknowledged. I acknowledged that you. Yeah, that you
that one
sent it.
is funny. No, that
Yeah.
one is funny. It's kind of like the same shit I did last time, but a lot more extent to it, if that makes sense.
Right.
There's a lot more clips to it. That was like a 3 minute, 5 minute clip, which that's cool, whatever. But there's a lot. It's like 26 minutes long, which we played like a lot of S&D games, and we got a lot of gameplay, which took me 3 hours to edit because I had to like watch each game basically in 1.9, which took long to watch. Sort of watched, so I kind of
It's that
remember.
one. Is it that one that you told me about that you when you edited all those death cams?
Yes,
Oh, I did watch that.
the
Or did
newest
you
one.
make another one? Oh
I
no,
made
I didn't
another
watch the
one.
newest one. I
Yeah,
watched the one that you originally
that
told me
has a
about.
mixture. No, not death cams. It's the one where
The one when you kept on killing your boss.
no. Okay, yeah, it's a different one. It's the one
Okay.
where you you know how after S&D you can talk to the other team and whatnot and talk shit
Yeah,
to them.
yeah.
That's basically what it is.
I got you. Was
But
it a
it's
public pub match
yeah,
or?
it's a public pub match for surely.
Okay.
But it's a broader thing where it's not. It's basically all that like the main, but there's more bits and pieces in there that I've put in
Right. Right.
that it's not that, but it's the majority is that.
So some of it's private match, some of it's pub.
No, no, no. It's all public matches, but some of it is like where me and I'm talking to my people or my associates, and we're just talking shit basically.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah.
some of them, most of them, are just those type of games. So, yeah,
Most of them, it's just talking shit and
yeah.
taking
But
names
it
and
is 8:59.
shooting guns. Yeah, it's time for you to go to work, buddy boy.
It's time for me
It's
to
time for you
go
to
to
end
work.
this podcast. Click the end button. Bye bye, guys. This is the end of this podcast. Um,
Are you the person, or are you the outro one, or am I the outro?
what are you talking?
Are you want to do the outro? Cause you could do the outro.
Oh, if you're offended, you can do the outro. No, I'm just kidding. Bye, everybody. I'm doing the outro. I don't give a shit about Nos. It's my outro, not his outro. Um, just kidding, Nos. Love you, buddy. Outro out. This is the end. Bye bye.
Peace out, Girl Scout.